thanks for watching. I wanted to do a quick video. I've learned so many things about, the bigger picture, the spiritual picture that I really want to share with you. And I really have gone through a spiritual awakening. I know that people say that, but for real, I've gone through a lot to get to this point. So I want to share just some really quick basic things that I've seen that are like changes happening in the world right now. So we all know there's a lot of change happening right now, right? We know that there's something going on. There's a bigger picture. Something's rearranging. And I want to share what's going on. So what is going on? Okay, I won't explain the whole thing right now, but or what I can see about it. But these are the things that I've experienced when my energy gets higher. So everyone's energy is getting higher, basically. That's one of the bigger points of what's going on. So what happens when your energy gets higher? You see things differently. You're in the same world, but you see things differently. So these are some things that I have experienced, and I want to pass that knowledge on to you. So one of the big things that is rearranging right now is the wealth is being spread around. So we all knew before there was imbalance in wealth, there was imbalance in the classes, and really we don't need classes. We don't need that shit, basically. It's not real. We're all equal, we're all human. There's no way to put one of us ahead of the other. So that is one of the things that is being remedied by what's going on. So small businesses are so important right now. There are so many big corporations that are making so much money, and shopping local, super important. Also, if you want to start your own business, if you have your own business, like, we need to support each other. There's so many people offering so many amazing things that, deserve to have, well, not, deserve, but like, we can support them, we can buy from people who make things with their own hands, or people who, we're just so connected through the online world, we can do that. And I really see that as something that became more attractive to me the more my energy got higher. Another thing is I became pretty much vegan, and I'm not telling anybody how to eat, not going there, not doing that. But that is just something that happened. I couldn't, and the reason why that happened for me is because I couldn't separate. You know how there's this like separation between your, if you're eating bacon, what bacon actually is, like that separation in that, or like if you're eating an egg, what is an egg? Like at one point because I ate a lot of eggs, and I was just thinking like, wait a second, what is an egg? And I like Googled it, and I had to find out about it, and then I found it about like what the cages can be like, and I just started buying only cage free, and I was just like, oh my god, like, because I could feel the energy of the animals. Like, I could feel the energy of the animals that didn't want to die, or the animals that went through things. So it's like I actually couldn't stand it. This is like a real thing that I've went through. So even now, like, I might eat fish, I might eat chicken, maybe, but like, for me at least, like, when my energy got higher, I got more in tune with other experiences in the world, I guess I'll put it as that. And I couldn't stand feeling the energy of what they went through. And so if we want stability and peace in the world, like, we have to consider the animals. We have to consider the experiences of the animals. I'm not going on the record and saying don't eat meat or anything like that, but I'm just saying, like, we have to be aware of the experiences of these living things, because when you feel that energy, you're just like, you don't want to be near it. You don't want it near you. You don't want it going on in the world. So, yeah, that's what I have to say about that. About that one. And so the next one is money. I've learned so much about money, and money is something I'm still learning about, because I'm creating more freedom for myself by working for myself. So what happened was I started to eventually go from being freelance, really in my life working for other people, having the belief that you get money from other people by doing jobs, and then going through years of school and being like, this is what you're supposed to do. And then being freelance, which is basically working for yourself but for others. And now it's like the only thing that really vibes with me is working for myself. Being free and having freedom is like so spiritual, so important, such a high vibe energy. So that is something that is just very, very sacred to me right now, because it naturally just flowed there. And so I'm not saying like in the future people won't have jobs, but I'm just saying having freedom is so important. And I've been learning about the energy of wealth, and I think my point there was that I'm learning how to make money through my business and create wealth. And wealth is an energy that you can create and that brings money to you. And I think this is so exciting because it's something that hasn't been taught to me by anybody. I don't really see anybody out there. I see a lot about manifesting. I see a lot about, a lot of books about money, a lot of things like that, but have been said about it. But I think my particular way of seeing it is that I see four keys to the energy of wealth. And those include boundaries, self-value, relaxation, and empowerment. And so for me, the energy of wealth is, I'm embodying it right now. So I'm doing videos and working. So I'm pushing forward no matter what. So if you want to have wealth, if people who have wealth have these qualities in their energy. And I've had the chance to spend time around wealthy people here in New York a lot. I'm fascinated by how they look and feel different. They speak different, they talk different, they think different. And I know that all of that has really nothing to do with money, because money really isn't real. Money is a concept, it's something that we trade, but like I was thinking, like, why would people look different? Why would people feel different? Why would people's energy be different? How could that actually, be different based on something that really isn't real? It's just a concept. It's just like, this bottle cap could be money. It's like metal, So why do these, what is that? What's the realness behind that? And I learned that those are four keys that really create wealth. So all of the people that I encountered that had wealth, they all had those qualities. It's just that they had this sense of relaxation because they could probably pay their bills and, were enjoying their life. But the thing is, you can do that now. You can be relaxed now. You can have relaxation now. You can create that in your world. You can do that. And also with empowerment, like that's in everybody's hands, whether or not they can choose to keep going or not. And I've made miracles happen by doing that, just pushing forward and knowing that no matter what, I'm just going to keep going, and self-value. So that's a choice you make. That's something that you choose. No one can do that for you. And that's a big one with wealth, and letting wealth in. And what was the other one? Self-value, empowerment. Boundaries are so important. Boundaries is the first one I learned, actually. Boundaries was the first one I learned, because I don't know how I learned this, but I just learned that when you have boundaries, it's so energetically healthy, because I think when my energy got higher, I started being more aware of the energy in my life, and I realized like I needed to like clear things out. Like there were things that weren't working, and actually my bigger intuition kept teaching me this, like don't do that, or don't do that, or don't do that. And I was like, why? Like that's normal. Why would I not do that? Things like I would just spend hours like chatting with my friend about boys on Facebook, and then I had this feeling like, oh my god, I can't do this, and I had to tell her like I can't do this, I don't know why I can't do it. And then it made sense energetically, because like we were just creating madness. Like there were no boundaries we were saying. We were just like, I'm not saying don't do that, but for me particularly with that particular situation, it was just not helpful for either of us, and it wasn't helping us. And not having a sense of who you are, your own boundaries, what you're okay with, like that's something that really helps you, and really helps you have clear energy, and helps you to create wealth. So it's really one of the most basic things that I've learned. And so these are some of the things, the ways that my world has changed, the things that I've seen. I know, and this is exciting too, especially if you're an entrepreneur, is that the people you see at the level you want to be, they're just like you. And the thing that you have to know is that all they have is they have a different energy, they have a different way of seeing things. They might have more resources and more funds, but like, you know, the energy of what they have, like, you have that ability to have that in you too. So like, this is why I love teaching people about how to get to your next level, because you can start doing that now. It's not something you have to wait to happen in the future. Like, it actually begins now with the way you act now, and having good boundaries and things I talked about is so helpful. And other than that, you know, the other things I talked about are just sort of like the bigger spiritual change going on right now. And yeah, I think that's a good amount of information. So yeah, so I hope you enjoyed this, and I love talking about this. I love teaching about this, and I'm still on like a hair journey and a makeup journey, but my next level is right there. So yeah, I'm going for it. So I hope you enjoyed, and if you'd like to know more about chakra clearing, which is something I do, it's a gift, you can reach out to me. And I'm also doing energy coaching now if you're specific what you're going through. I have so many like energy hacks and things you can do. So I love this work. I love doing it because it can change your life so fast. It's so cool. So hope you enjoy, and take care. Mwah.